If you want to get partner in 2021, then this video is going to tell you everything you need to know on what you need to do in order to get ready to apply, how to apply, and what to say in your application so that you can actually make it through and get partner on your first attempt. I myself have been partnered on every single platform that I've ever been on, and on first time apply as well. I've been partnered on YouTube, I've been partnered on Mixer when that was a thing, I've been partnered on Trovo when I tried that out, and I've been partnered on Twitch, and every single one of those I've been accepted as a partner on my very first time applying for the partnership program, and Twitch was no different. When I came over to Twitch from Mixer, I was starting to stream in August, and then I got partnered on November 24th, so it only took me about 4 months in order to reach partner status coming from another platform. Now, I did have a pretty big platform that I was able to bring over to Twitch, but it still took a lot of work and restructuring and adjusting to Twitch for me to learn how it worked and the way that the Twitch staff specifically operated for being able to figure out what I needed to get the numbers to be able to apply, which I'm going to share with you everything that I did and everything that I learned so that you guys can also get partner here in 2021. First thing that you hear every single person say ever is have a consistent schedule, because it's true. If your people don't know when the fuck to find you, then they're not going to be able to come to your streams, and they're not going to be there to watch your content, and they're not going to be there as a viewer because they don't know when you're going live. So be live when you say you're going to be live, even if it's just 3 times a week for 3 or 4 hours. That's better than going live at random times, 5 times a week, or anywhere from 2 to 6 times a week, because nobody knows when the hell to see you. Outside of that, to make sure that your page is completely ready whenever people start to come in to watch your streams, not only as viewers, but as staff for Twitch as well when they do end up reviewing your application, you want to make sure that you have all of your socials linked not only in your bio beneath you when you're streaming, but also in your little info tab that you have for your bio. I call the tabs that you put below you with your different panels and stuff, your description, where you have your profile picture, and then it says that little snippet next to your name. And then on the other side, you have the possibility to put links there. Yeah, put your socials there. And if you want to, you can put how many followers you have on there so that Twitch staff sees it. Or you could put calls to action like follow my Twitter, follow my Instagram, follow my YouTube, follow my Twitch, etc., or buy from my merch store, whatever. But you want to make sure that you have those linked out and you have them in your description so that it looks cohesive and that you actually look like you know how to tech your community and funnel them into the different avenues that you want them to for branding and influence. Another thing you need to do when you're applying for partner is you need to enable 2-factor authentication on your Twitch account. If you haven't done so already, you should anyway, because it makes your account much safer and prevents people from more easily hacking your account, which if you're trying to go for partner, you're probably trying to do this full-time or at least as a part-time lucrative business, which means you should be protecting your business that you're trying to be making money from, and you don't want people hacking into that shit. So 2-factor authentication is not only good for your own safety, but it's actually required. If you do not have 2-factor authentication enabled, you will not be accepted as partner on Twitch. So do that now. You also need to make sure that you have at least 2 weeks worth of VODs on your channel. So if you are somebody who, after the whole DMCA thing, just said, hey, I'm not doing any VODs anymore, I am going to just completely get rid of all of my clips, all of my VODs, and not have anything archived on my channel, that is going to prevent you from getting partner, because if you don't have at least 2 weeks worth of content from highlights and clips and VODs for the people who are going to be going over your application to look at, you're going to be denied. I've had several friends when the whole DMCA thing was going on who got denied specifically for the reason of not having enough content for the Twitch staff to review. So don't fall into that pit and re-enable your VODs and clips if you had disabled them, because you're going to need to have them if you want to be partnered. Something that is going to extremely bump up your channel's efficacy and make it look really, really good, in addition to helping your health in the channel in the long term, is actually having YouTube content or content that exists on other social platforms that you're making outside of just streaming. If all you're doing is streaming and you're not making content that is unique for YouTube, you're not making content that's unique for TikTok, you're not making content that's unique for Twitter, for Instagram, for whatever platforms it is that you like to exist on, then you're only trying to have your discoverability come from Twitch, and you're shooting yourself in the foot, because Twitch is not a discoverable platform. Unless you are networking your ass off, and unless you are just crazy and everybody's community is doing collaborations left and right and center, and you just are able to have an amazing 1,000 viewer stream from all these connections that you've made because you're never sleeping and you're constantly live, which even then, if you're constantly live, that's very, 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 very unlikely to even happen to you, and you're probably just going to be streaming to less than 5 people and streaming 7 days a week, 12 hours a day, which is not a good use of your time at all. You want to be putting your energy into that other content on platforms that are more discoverable, that will then get you people to your Twitch when you are live on that consistent schedule that we talked about earlier, because they now know when to expect you. Like with me, I'm live 5 days a week, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays, and Sundays from 8 p.m. to 2 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. If you guys want to come check me out as well, you're more than welcome to. But if people don't know where to find you, then it's all gonna tumble apart. These things build on top of each other, and having that YouTube content is going to get you more people to your channel. I've had several people who have come into my community because they said, wow, Lekka, I really enjoyed your video on Mix It Up that you did for channel point tutorials, or I really enjoyed that video you made on how to talk to 0 people in chat because I'm just starting out streaming. Oh, Lekka, I really enjoyed those videos you made on Mixer when those Mixer tutorials were going on and Mixer was still a thing, and I found you there. I've had so many people come in and tell me they found me from my YouTube content that then directly led them over to my Twitch, and they're now consistent, regular viewers and part of my community. So highly recommend starting content on any kind of social that is going to give you discoverability. My recommendation is YouTube because of how discoverable it is and easy it is to put content on here, and going from there. Now here's something that's probably going to be staunchly at odds with other videos you've watched of this. I'm actually going to encourage you guys to do raids from people to your channel when they know that you're going for partner. And here's why. You've probably heard from people and they say, oh, but the partner push, the whole partner push, don't do that because your numbers will go up and then you'll get partner and then they'll go down because all those people left. And of course they're not going to stay after the push because all they did was push you to partner and then leave. And the thing is, why is that bad? Like, just stop and think about that for a minute. Why is that bad? Because if you still have your core community who is going to be there with you no matter what, and you now just had extra people who are your friends who are coming in to raid you because they know you're trying to push for partner, and they come in and give you their communities, and those people leave tabs open and whatnot for you and help you get to the numbers you need for at least a month so that you can then go through and do it. Cool, because guess what? You were probably not going to be getting any subs or bits or anything from those people. They were literally just there to support you with your views, so you're not losing anything financially. And in my head, the way that I see it is from a business perspective, if you're not losing any money and all those people are doing are helping you with the numbers to increase your CCV so that you're able to get partner, and then it goes back down to what your normal is after that, push is done. Cool. I didn't lose any money. I now have partner status. I now have the extra perks of partner. I now have the higher sub revenue for tier 2 and tier 3 subs as a result, and I have the checkmark next to my name, and I look better for brands. Huh. I think that's a pretty good deal for just having those people help me out for, a month and then go back to doing what they're doing with me, having literally no loss of my main core community and income. Doesn't seem that bad of a deal in my mind. If you are going to go that route and you are going to encourage people to help your CCV go up so that you can apply for partner when you're doing a partner push, definitely let everybody know, and do this in your chats starting right now and after the partner push is over as well, when you've gotten partner, to get rid of the referral raid part of the URL that happens when somebody raids you. When somebody raids you, it will say twitch.tv /LekkaK referral raid equals 1. And when that referral raid part of the URL is there, it does not count the viewers from the raid as unique members of the stream to help with your channel analytics, which you need the raw numbers for, and not the numbers from raids, but your raw channel numbers to be able to apply for partner. So what you need to do is spam your link when people come in and do an !raid command, and encourage people to click on the twitch.tv /LekkaK, aka whatever your username is. Instead, to refresh, come back and leave a lurk on that specific URL so it does count as part of your channel analytics. And it works really fucking well and does help extremely much with your channel analytics for partner. That's what I did as well, and that's what helped me get partner so fast too. It's also just a smart thing to keep in general afterwards, because when people raid you, you can still do the !raid command and encourage people to click on that so that it helps with your channel analytics when people come through and potentially help you for sponsorships or whatever else in the future. It's just nice to have people know that if they want to actually count as a viewer, they just have to click on that link and they're good to go and done. Also, last thing on the partner push, if you are somebody who doesn't want your numbers for CCV to go down after the partner push is done, then it's going to take you a lot longer to get partner because you are trying to build a community solely without anybody's help, all on your own, that will get you the numbers you need in order to be able to apply for, at least a month of those numbers. And while that's possible, it's going to take you way, way longer. And I am somebody who is very much so for just get it as soon as you can, because why not? And then work on your numbers afterwards, because who cares? But if CCV matters to you and you want to keep the same numbers before as you do after, then by all means, don't do the partner push, don't do the referral raid, don't try and get raids from people, and just really focus on grinding out content for your YouTube and other social media content for those discoverability checks to get people to come into your stream from other outside sources, all from your own products. Alright, so you have now been up with numbers for 2 weeks, and after you have 2 weeks of partner numbers, which is 75 concurrent viewers or higher, then I encourage you to apply for partner, because it's going to take the Twitch staff about 2 weeks to actually get back to you. And during the 2 weeks that your process is in revision, your application is in revision, you are going to want to continue to keep those same numbers. If not, try and get them a little bit higher while your application is in review, which makes your application look even better. So when you have the 2 weeks, it's safe to go ahead and start applying, but you need to have at least 2 weeks of solid partner numbers under your belt before you apply. You can't just do it as soon as you hit a CCV of 75 once, because they're not going to care, because they're going to say, hey, you only have 1 day where you were above 75. Go fuck yourself. That's not consistent enough. And if you don't have enough data to show that you can consistently put that numbers up for the team, then they're not going to want to give you partner. So make sure that you put in the application 2 weeks after, 14 days after you've been able to keep 75 plus CCV, and then see if you can't get it up a little bit more during the review process as well. Additionally, when you actually apply and your application itself is going in, you want to make yourself sound as valuable and unique to the platform as possible, because you want to show them that you are a benefit that would be added if they were to partner you. So for example, things that you want to put into your application to make yourself unique is anything that makes you stand out as a non-US partner. So if you're not from the United States and you're applying for partner, make sure you say that, because that already puts you way above all of the other Americans, because this Twitch is so saturated with US streamers that they love having partners from other countries. You want to make sure that if you are a woman, or if you are any gender other than a cisgendered male, that you let them know that. If you're queer in any way, you want to let them know that you are part of the LGBTQ community, and that is part of your identity, and that you're able to be happy to share that experience with others on Twitch. So if you stream frequently under the LGBTQIA+ tag, like I do as well, that's something that you're definitely going to want to mention, because they don't have very many queer partners, and that is something that will make you stand out in addition to make you more valuable in their eyes. If you're able to speak multiple languages and your stream is in Spanish and English, or if your stream is in German and English, or if your stream is in Japanese and English, or any whatever, then make sure that you say that as well, because being able to say that you are able to bring in 2 completely different audiences from 2 different countries across the globe together for Twitch to come watch your content is extremely attractive to the Twitch staff, because that's more people that they can now have be brought into their platform outside of the United States, which is very hard to bring people outside of the US into Twitch. So that is very, very nice to have on there if you can. If you are a proud person of color, or Jewish, or any kind of race or ethnicity that is not white, which is the huge prevalence of all streamers mostly on Twitch, unfortunately, then make sure you put that in your application as well, because that will also help you stand out from all of the other people who are applying. And Twitch loves to have variety in their partners, so all of these things are going to help you tremendously when you apply. And even if none of those relate to you, because you do happen to just be a white, heterosexual, cisgendered, American male, and you have a beard probably and play FPS games all the time on your channel, then I hate to break it to you, but you are going to have to work way, way harder to be able to apply for partner, because there are so many of you that exist and are already partnered or are trying to be partnered on the platform, and Twitch isn't trying to partner people who aren't able to provide them any kind of direct benefit that is outside of what they normally have. So if you are in that category, you are going to have much higher numbers. You're going to have at least 100 plus CCV for the 2 weeks that I was talking about before, in addition to the 2 weeks plus of the review of your application. And you're going to want to really just highlight, since you don't have anything marginalized really to go on for your aspects of your community, or for just your identity as yourself, you're going to want to focus instead on the benefit you can provide for your subs and what money you can bring to Twitch and how good of a business partner you would be with them. And this is advice for everybody that's applying. You want to make sure that in your application as well, you let them know how many subs you have, how many bits you get regularly, and basically how much money you make Twitch on a regular weekly basis, to let them know, hey, I am constantly making Twitch money. I know how to market myself. I am a benefit to the platform, and being partner would only help further my ability to have a mutually beneficial relationship between the two of us, which is a reason that I would like to be partnered on your platform, besides outdoing the minimum requirements for partnership of my CCV. And just to give you guys an idea of what a partner application that was successful looks like, I'm going to be showing you guys my application that I sent into Twitch that got me my first time apply status in only 4 months. So you can go ahead and pause the screen and read that if you would like to, but this is the exact application I sent in that got me approved on my first time with Twitch. Also, if any of you are previous partners on platforms like Mixer or, I don't know, any other platform where you did get a partner account manager when you got partnered, I'm just gonna give you a little heads up right now. Get that shit out of your head when you become a Twitch partner, because if you're in America, like I am, and you have less than 1,000 concurrent viewers, you do not get a partner account manager because you are not worth enough to Twitch to get them. If you are outside of the United States and a partner, then you need at least 200 plus CCV in order to get a partner account manager, which is what I've been told from several of my friends who are non-US that do have PAMs, and that they are valuable enough because there's just not enough people in their countries out there that do that. Some people have only 100 CCV and have account managers that they're able to have negotiate for proprietary split revenues with subs, for example, which is putting them at an advantage versus the US people, just because they have that account manager working for them. So if you were hoping that as soon as you got partnered you'd get an AM, it's not going to be a thing. Not for a long time, until Twitch deems you worthy enough to get one, especially if you're in the United States like I am, and we would need about 1,000 CCV or more to even be considered a blip on Twitch's radar to be deserving of such a thing. And that's gonna be it. Thank you guys very much for watching this. That's everything that I've learned and everything that I've done to make myself successful and be able to be a partnered streamer on Twitch, which I know you guys can do here in 2021 as well. So if you found any of this information helpful and revealing, then make sure you share it with your friends who are also trying to apply, so that you guys can give yourselves the best chances possible to be able to be reviewed and accepted by Twitch's staff when you go through. If you sent in for partner, please let me know in the comments down below. If you've struggled before and this is going to help you in your next attempt to apply, let me know. And if you have any questions, you can always come into my streams on Twitch. I'm live 5 days a week, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays, and Sundays from 8 p.m. to 2 a.m. Pacific Standard Time to ask me questions. I love talking about this kind of stuff constantly. So thank you guys for watching. Without taking up any more of y'all's time, I will go ahead and let you beautiful people go. Goodbye, my lovelies.